What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining us tonight. It's your casters. I'm Dyer. I got Interstellar with me on the side here. Tonight we got week 2 of the Premier Series in Overwatch. We got the Hawkeye Community College versus WSU Tech. I cut you off, Interstellar. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Interstellar.
All right. So we're looking at Hawkeye. This is their first game of the year. Hoping to get off on the right foot. WSU Tech actually played last week. They lost to Salt Lake College. So they're 0-1, looking to kind of get an early turnaround on the year. Week 1, we are going to be starting off on Busan. User picks next map. We're going, control hybrid and so on. We're going to start on Busan, and we'll see where we go from there. Interstellar, thoughts on Busan?
Busan's definitely one of the more fun control points. Definitely each of the maps is diverse. Depends, which of the sub maps it starts on. Be a lot of different comps here.
Yeah, lots of different strategy possible in this one. So we'll see what they kind of opt to pick and roll with. Waiting to get into this game and get this started here. And here we go. So we're going to start. I believe this is Shrine is the name, right, Interstellar?
Not sure, to be honest with you. But it has a big drum in the middle, and that's what the point is.
True. And looks like you were saying we're going to get some diverse comps. Looks like we're looking at some rush comps from both of these teams. Can you tell me what we're expecting to see out of these two teams? What the differences might be?
So far the major difference is that the red team, WSU Tech, has a May, and HCC Red Tails have a Reaper. So the WSU Tech is going to look to wall off the enemy tank, whereas HCC Red Tails are going to look to just kind of run into them and beat them with burst damage.
And to smash into their face and see what happens. So we're getting a TP out. They did kind of scuff it up a little bit, didn't quite get what they're looking for, but they got here first either way. Reaper's a little bit behind, doing a lot of poke here. Like you said, WSU Tech still looking, just trying to set up a good wall. They're getting a lot of damage here, actually, with this Ramatra beam. Trying to get some setup, trying to poke for some position. And they know they can kind of take position because they do have that Reaper. He's getting in there. Atlas going all the way in. They get the Lucio really early. And in rush, Lucio falling. That's a big pick. Yeah, they're going to just wrap this up. They take out the Lucio, take out the tank, and everything else is just cleanup at this point, really.
That's a good play from the HCC Red Tails there. Now the May is not very good in the wide open. Once they went to point, they kind of just used their comp to just run over the enemy team. Couldn't really do anything with the wall there.
Yeah, just try and play really fast. So they're going to have some ults up pretty early. They're actually coming up on this amplification matrix from Baptiste really early, going to try and set something up. They're going to hold up top. Now, is this going to be a problem since they are running that May? Or are they going to be able to find something better here?
So this would be a good spot, but once they back up here, it's kind of like the same thing. They have to now come down to the blue team. And they don't really have the May pressure doing that.
And they're going to use that wall defensively, so it's going to be even longer until they can actually go in. Red Tail's going to have ults early. Yeah, WSU Tech ults a little bit too far forward. And the Red Tail is able to kind of seize the initiative there and just run them over. They knew the wall was down. The window came down probably a little bit further forward than they wanted it. And, they punished. Well played.
Just good timing from the HCC Red Tails. They're using their comp, the speed boost, to just get in there whenever they're like down cooldowns or down, just go straight through the window. Just don't let it get value. Yeah,
and it looks like they might hold a little farther forward. No, now we're backing up. We do have an overclock here on this Sojourn from Jabba Dude. Are we going to see anything big? Actually, mirroring overclocks. The window overclock, they come out on both sides. The beat to answer. And good kiting, but not enough.
Window.
He's going to get fried through the window. It's just incredible damage coming out through that window. And they're surging forward. Yep.
WSU Tech using a bunch of ults too.
Yeah, this is last fight here.
Yeah. Didn't get that beat off.
Yeah, it was very well played. Not able to get the beat off in the face of that window overclock.
HEC Red Tails see an opportunity and take it. They've been very good so far, just going first and taking the initiative.
Yeah, and they're going to take map 1, 100-0. We're going 1-0, and we're into Mecha Base, so we're going to be looking at same comps, I would imagine.
Yep, looking the same comps. Now, do you mirror the Reaper here, or do you keep this May?
I feel like
May's
in the
not really
long
been getting too much. I feel like
in the long run, the May is better, but you got to find some better ways to set up these walls.
they're gonna opt to mirror the Reaper.
Oh, they are gonna. Oh, we're about to watch 10 people slam into each other here in Interstellar.
Let's see who can hold WM1 better.
Yeah, we'll just see who comes out on top in the end. Coming out looking for some angles. They're going to take split sides, so the clash is going to take a little longer to materialize. Lucio's way out in the open, but he's not going to fall. And here comes the push. They're going to Nemesis and just run at him. They get the lamp down, taking a lot of space very aggressively. And they do find the first pick. Their Sojourn takes out the Reaper, and that's a lot of your damage gone. Especially with the way these comps want to fight, how they just want to be in each other's face. And yeah, they're doing it. They're holding W. Just driving them right back to spawn.
Don't let them even get in the spawn.
Wow, yeah. Very aggressive so far from the Red Tails.
Yep, and that's how you want to play this comp. You just want to get in your opponent's face. You know, every time you get a kill or any opportunity, just get in there and don't let them do anything.
Yeah, getting an early pick is good in these comps. Getting that early pick on the Reaper is pretty massive, really. Lots of dancing. Early Nemesis. He's got a good slow. He's kind of cut the team in half. They get the lamp out. Lots of damage coming out, and they're falling. I mean, Reaper takes down two. This is an even fight. Is WSU Tech gonna be able to clean this up?
Clean this up.
Doesn't, yeah. Looks like the Red Tails have a little more staying power. Not gonna be able to even get a flip here, unfortunately.
Yep. And now you got a window coming up for the HCC Red Tails here next fight. He pops us early, it could be big. They might be thinking about saving it for the overclock Sojourn.
Yeah, window overclock. Probably have a window overclock from WSU if they want to give that a shot.
Yeah,
gonna try and take this high ground. Yeah, we got a lot of ults coming up here. This is going to be an explosive fight. The lamp comes out really early.
Ooh,
they got the lamp out early. They're going to get really aggressive behind that. And that is the go button, as you said. They're running straight into their face. The window comes out to try and stop the pressure, but it's not going to be enough. The Sojourn takes down 3-4. Goes crazy.
Kills at the end for WSU Tech, but it's not going to matter too much here. Oh, if the Ram gets out, this might actually be winnable now.
Yeah, Ram got out. The team's back pretty quick. They have the Lucio.
They're going in.
He's running right past the Ram. He's popping the Annihilation. He wants this back. And they're getting a big beat.
It's a big Blossom, though.
A big Blossom, I mean. Really good answer.
And the man's trying to do, all he can here.
Reaper just took down 5. The Ram ran right past, and Reaper just did not care. He just took out the backline as he ran by.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, wasn't able to find much. Yeah. Going over to a stall comp. They do have a beat engage. Maybe they can get something done. Lamp comes out on the point. He's got a lot of weak people over here. Window on the high ground. And Reaper and Lucio just running people down in this alley. He's King Sheldor pumping healing into his Ram, not letting that man fall. And that is cleanup. Looks like the HCC Red Tails are going to take map 1 2-0 and not even give up a percentage on the point. Pretty good showing.
The Reaper's been a real problem for the WSU Tech here. Need to figure out a way to deal with this. Now, I like the May pick. I think the May is sort of good to slow down the Reaper just from W keying you, but you just need to get some timing down on it.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to. Oh my, that was a nasty shot. Just haven't been able to find the.
I mean, the DPS for both of them here are kind of just doing a lot.
Yeah, that's for sure. That Reaper, the Sojourn, they're just putting work in on the back line. So let's see where we're gonna go here. This is WSU Tech pick. We're going to a hybrid map. Quick, list all the hybrid maps, Interstellar.
Hollywood.
I said quick.
Hollywood. I can't think of them by heart, bro. This is terrible.
Numbani.
Oh, Nambani, yep.
Kings Row, I'll help you out a little bit.
Oh yeah, Kings Row, that one's good.
Now,
Maybe they'll go for the Kings Row pick.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would want to take Hawkeye to a map where you can run Rush on. If they're going to try and stop this, all we've seen them on is the Rush for WSU. But if they're going to try and, do something to stop this Rush, what map are we looking at here? Maybe a Nimbani? I don't know if they play dive, but...
Yes, either Nambani or Hollywood are pretty good dive maps. Hollywood, first point's pretty good for Brawl, but second point's pretty difficult. So I think either of those would be pretty good choices for them.
Yeah, and I believe they have 2 subs, so maybe they have, a Widow sitting in the wings, waiting to come in and make something happen on a Hollywood or something like that.
Dude, Eichenwald too, if they have a Farah player that can go Farah here, that'd be pretty big.
Eichenwald could go pretty hard here. And it looks like actually we're getting a break called. So we're going to throw this to a quick intermission and we'll be right back with you guys. Welcome back to the NJCAA. Tonight we got some Overwatch. We have the Hawkeye Community College versus WSU Tech. I am your caster Dyer, and alongside me I've got Interstellar here helping me out.
Hello, hello.
All right, so if you missed map 1, the Red Tails took Busan pretty handily. They ran a very solid rush comp, 2-0. They won both points 100-0. And WSU Tech has elected to take us to Kings Row for the hybrid map. Interstellar, what are you thinking about this map pick here?
I think they must have something up their sleeve here. I mean, you don't really pick a brawl map into a team that look really good on brawl unless I think you have either like a Pharah or some form of like a catch trick up your sleeve. I also think May's really good on this map. We saw them try that the first round and then mirror the Reaper the second round. I think it was 100-0 both rounds. The first round, the May pick still looked just much better for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they try and run that May back, they might have a little more success here, especially with like kind of the more thin alleys. And that is not a May, nor is it a Ramatra.
Different comp.
Look at that. You were talking about a different comp. We got it's still, I don't know if I'd call this rush. There's no Lucio. We got a Rhine, a Bastion, Sim. Are they going to go for a statue teleport in this tower?
I really hope we see a statue teleport here. I think the HEC Red Tails will not be ready for it.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, hey, if they're going to play May and try and go for a wall at the choke, that's it's one way past it for sure.
Yep, everybody will be right behind them.
I think that's what they're doing.
Could be deadly.
I think that's what they're doing. They have the Ana. Maybe they go for a nade off the statue as well. All right. Regardless, let's see. They do shoot the spawn, so they might have been able to sniff this out if they saw the Symmetra. And that Rhine shield did not last very long at all. That thing just got shredded. Looking to set up some kind of a teleport here. They're taking a lot of damage in the choke, and the Bastion is going to fall. That's going to be a immediate engage for the Red Tails, and hopefully a quick disengage. The man just got a pin running back to spawn. Yeah, he's able to take out the Sojourn. So if they can all stay alive and regroup, they're going to be up one for at least a little bit. But they did just use a lamp and spawn.
A Lucio swap here for WSU Tech.
Yeah, I think a Lucio instead of this Ana would do a lot of work.
Your Rhine shield just takes so much damage when you're not going quick enough.
Yeah, they're going to need to find some pretty creative sim teleports to try and close this distance. Bastion, again, taking a lot of damage. That's part of the change that we're playing on. We haven't talked about that. The hit projectiles are bigger. Every character has more health, but when you're out in the open, you're taking damage. You feel it. Good wall here. Splits the Rhine up. They're not going to fall. They get the lamp. And eventually, the lamp saves them for a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. They do get 2 picks back. Are they going to be able to... Yeah, the Sim able to stay alive as well. They're doing a lot of damage, maybe. Takes out the Ram as well. Their Sim just got
this is
3.
good.
If they get back quickly, these supports need to just protect their lives, I think, and they get here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Sojourn takes down another. Really scrappy fight here from both sides. All bad jokes, kind of in a bad spot. Running for his life. Another pin! The man finds another one.
Got Shatter here.
He's got his Shatter. This could be fight changing. Trying to take out this Lucio. Does get him.
Doesn't even need it.
Puts the May on the floor. Oh, the pin!
Oh,
nearly.
no.
It got him out. It got him out, so he thawed faster. But the Blizzard's going to be enough to swing this fight back in the favor
Oh, it's a big lamp.
of HCC. Yeah, that Blizzard going to be enough. And he's feeling it. You see that? Crazed Cougar is feeling himself.
Spin a celebration right there.
Yeah, so over 2 minutes burnt off the clock. All they've used on this defense so far is that Blizzard. Just staying alive, staying scrappy in these fights is doing plenty. No comps changes from either side. I agree with you from before. Lucio would go a long way. They're going to be very aggressive. They just windowed and teleported past the window. Not exactly what you're looking for, and the Ram's going to find Sim early.
Yeah, and this is sort of the strength of Ram into this comp. Like, once they TP, if they're close to that Ram, he's punching all 5 of those people TPing.
Yeah, and that's a lot of damage coming out.
Onto Sojourn here for the WSU Tech.
Yeah, now they are going to have their Artillery Strike and their Nano Boost. Let's see if they can be able to find anything with it. Ram taking some space here on the... It's kind of swinging around. But, I mean, Ram, again, just completely ignores him and runs at the back line. The Bastion does find one. But Choppa Dude, that overclock, yeah. This overclock is doing numbers of damage. Nano comes out on Ryan.
To keep him alive.
Hoping that they can turn around. But Jabba Dude on this Sojourn is doing work right now.
Yeah, and this is the problem with, you know, like brawl comps. They have no high ground mobility. So the Sojourn, the BAP, they're just taking like different angles on the high ground, and the Ram just walks into the back line. Like, what do you do as Ryan? You know, you can only shield one angle, and they're coming at you from everywhere.
That poor character. And again, this is still like comp is just very slow. Taking like your shield is dead when you get to the choke. Look at him.
Yeah, I feel like if you're playing this Ryan here, you need this Lucio.
Yeah, especially
I like
when...
the like, you know, the double heal is very good for keeping your Ryan up, but he doesn't get to go or do anything. He can't really get in there. It's a problem.
The window comes out on the defense. They're going to find 2 before the fight, and this looks like it's going to be a full hold for HCC. And unless something changes on their attack, it's going to look like a 2-0 map score for him as well.
Yep. I just need to see some mobility. I mean, this comp I think is better on defense. You don't really need to really move too much, and like the Bastion's a lot of damage for the Ram entering.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to walk into than it is to walk at them. Very much better for holding space than it is for taking space, that's for sure.
Will they switch with the same comp or stick with the same comp? I think, you know, the HCC Red Tails, they have a comp they like, they've stuck to it basically this whole time. You know, they swapped the Reaper for May this map, but it's been the same comp, you know, throughout. Can you find an answer if you're WSU Tech?
Yeah, and they're clearly versed on it. They're playing it pretty well. They get their advantage and they're taking a hold of it.
Yep, they know exactly how to play this comp. You know, the second they needed that speed boost, they're in there and they're getting on priority targets like the BAP and the Ana.
And for WSU, they are gonna they're making some small changes. They're gonna play Sim May instead of, I believe it was Sim Bastion and then Bastion Sojourn. So still a lot of you know, space control with those turrets with the wall. And then like you said, not much in the way of mobility if, you know, this Widowmaker or if he goes Sojourn is able to get on high ground, it could spell disaster.
Yep, we're gonna need to see some big plays from the Sim here. You have no Lucio, so your only mobility is this TP. You need them to be good. You need them to be, you know, on the high ground, or you need them to be
looking for a pick. He's looking for a pick. He does get a body shot. She doesn't one shot anymore, does she? With the changes, I don't believe so.
Not in May, maybe.
They get the lamp out and the Nemesis form out. They're able to stymie the first push. I don't know if I saw a wall or not. So it could be danger. Widow's trying to get a wide angle, and Lucio looks like he might be trying to pressure the backline a little. Ram just gonna run into Sim's face and take him down. I believe maybe the supports were pushed out a little bit by the positioning, but they're able to trade it back. They trade their Sim for the May. Not ideal to trade anything if you're defense, but that's a good one, and they do take the Ram out as well. So looking like it should be holdable unless this Widowmaker does something heroic.
Well, we're starting to see this high ground problem again. This Widow just sitting over here, never being contested. Now
the Widow and Bab. Sim's back. Both supports is pumping heals into him from the high ground, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Baptiste getting a little bit aggressive up here, taking the 2v1. But the fight on the point.
That's a big kill.
Yeah, they get the BAP. It's only Lucio healing on the point.
Can they touch?
But HCC is going to find the picks, and it's not going to be enough. So that is going to be, honestly, another pretty dominant showing from the Red Tails on this rush comp. They're going to full hold on Kings Row. And we are looking
very
at
good in this rush comp.
Yeah, we're looking at a 2-0 map score, and they're looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't like the brawl mirror into this comp. I think it could have been good if you went to Lucio. It's just like you need something to be able to get away from this Ram. Like once they speed boost into you, you have no form of getting out, and he just punches someone until they're dead.
Yeah, I agree. You either need a Lucio to help you engage and try and set the tempo a little bit more, or you got to swap something out. Maybe do something else entirely, some kind of a dive or a poke.
If they keep this comp, we need this Sim. Hopefully he starts using this TP more aggressively. They're kind of like the Rhine comp just gets like ran at by Ram. So if you gotta go on the aggressive. Like HCC Red Tail's been very good at just going first, taking the initiative, ulting first, whatever. And you could always tell WSU's always on the back foot. They always reacting, and you want to be going first in this comp. You want to be going into someone and just taking the fight to them.
And it does help that, they're getting so much damage before these fights as well. I think it's Jabba Dude on the Sojourn. He's putting in some work. He's got some early picks, and really kind of just setting the stage for that rush to actually come out, forcing Lamp early, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's another reason why you sort of need to go first, Like, they have the Sojourn, or they had the Widow on for the King's Row attack there. Like, they don't have that same frontline presence that you do. Like, the Sim gets full charge, you just gotta go in. Like, you were beaming the Ram, but you just let him get out. Then the Widow starts getting picks from too far away and just spiraled out of control from there.
Yeah. Well, we are going to go to Escort next. I'll ask you the same question. It's WSU Tech pick. What kind of map here are we looking at that they could maybe turn this around on? What do we think
Escort,
that they could do?
They might go like a sniper map, like Junkertown, Havana, Circuit Royale. I mean, almost all of the Escort maps are pretty sniper heavy. You could also go like a dive map. Watchpoint Gibraltar is pretty good. Dorado. Yeah, but
they had the opportunity this time, and we went to Kings Row, which plays pretty solidly into Hawkeye's hands.
Hopefully they learn from that mistake. I don't even think it was really a mistake. It's just sort of, once you pick that Sim, you need to start using that TP. I don't really see too much value from the Sim. I would have loved a Mei there instead, or even like a Sojourn to match like the long range damage come from the other end.
Yeah, and they didn't have, you were playing like a Ryan Bastion with your Sim. They didn't have any other way to contest you on the high ground. If they could have found a way to TP like into the Baptiste face, maybe push him off high ground and claim it for themselves, maybe something like that, they could have been able to kind of have an advantage going into some of these fights, but it just took a little bit too long, I think.
Yeah, and I think like one of the first few plays of that Kings Row map, we saw them like TP to the top right high ground, but they don't have the Lucio, so they can't make that jump. So they just wind up dropping, going into the room and all the way back around. Yeah, and it just takes too long, and they just rotate and take better positions, and then you already burnt a minute off the clock just getting into the door.
Yeah. Well, it remains to be seen. We are gonna. Looks like WSU Tech does need a little bit of time to think about this Escort pick. I believe we're going to go back and do a quick intermission 5-minute break. So we'll see you guys back here in just a minute for the Escort map. Welcome back once again to NJCAA Overwatch. I'm Dyer. With me, I got Interstellar here as my co-caster.
Hello again.
All right, we're looking at HCC Community College versus WSU Tech. So far, Interstellar, this series has been all HCC. This rush comp is looking really hard to stop for WSU so far.
Yeah, and Shambali, definitely a long range map, but I think rush comps can still work on it if you're quick enough with it, if you have that timing with the Lucius speed. It looks like, the Red Tails definitely got that timing down, so we can see what they could do here.
It's kind of a bit of a goofy one. You can play a little bit of everything that you might want to try. So we'll see if WSU has something up their sleeve, or if they're gonna, maybe they're just more comfortable on this map and they'll try and run it back on this rush again. This is their pick after losing Kings Row, so you don't pick a map that you think you're gonna lose. So I guess we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
As we go in, let's see what they're running. WSU Tech on the attack first.
And they do have something different. Yeah. Well, their attacks, so they could just be hovering it, but I like the look of this comp, to be honest. I think Zen is very strong in the current patch after this update. And then you can never really go wrong playing Hanzo.
It's a good sort of counter comp for HEC's comp. Like as long as they play longer range and they don't really let this Ram get up close, it should be a good thing for WSU Tech.
Yeah, kind of some full swaps on mentality of the game here. They're going to try and really slow it down.
Looks like a spawn cam from the Red Tails, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe a surprise here.
Kind of burst around this corner as soon as they see him. That's going to be really tough for WSU with this comp, actually. If they kind of catch him out, this could be really bad. Looks like they might be expecting the rush. And there's the go button. They peek the corner and Ram's getting in. Lamp comes out. They're kiting his back pretty well, but like you said in the rush, Ram does so much damage when you're all grouped up, and they just see it right there. He takes out 3, 4.
Yep, and there's just nothing they could do. It's a good lamp, but there's just no way to escape that Ramatra just speeding into you.
And it's a pretty much instant team wipe. It took
do it
30
again on
seconds.
The other side here.
Yeah, we're gonna run it back from the other side here. And if they keep walking in just as a group like that, this could be pretty tough. Looks like they scouted it out this time. The Nim does come out, the Nemesis form. They are going to hold W on him. They get the wall on the Sojourn, and the Sojourn does fall. The man fighting for his life here, but it looks like he's probably next. Lamp comes out, and Hanzo kills May, actually. Maybe able to stabilize this. It just might be. Sojourn's caught in a weird spot, able to slide away. And Ram is pushed up pretty far here, split from his team, but without a May, he doesn't really care, actually, about, any of the damage coming in. Gonna block and just get healed up to full.
This is one of the big downsides of spawn camping here. Even though they get traded kills, it's a huge advantage for WSU, and they just come back as 5 and get another pick onto the map here, so they'd have to get all the way back as the Red Tails.
Yeah, but the idea is you kill time, right? They killed a minute and a half, and they're not even at this corner yet.
Yep.
No ults used, but even then, a minute and a half, that's a pretty good pick, and they get a pick
they come
early.
Back in here.
2 picks. May find Sojourn, and then they get the rundown on the Baptiste. And it's going to be cleanup,
Once they're very good at seeing the advantage and opportunities. Like, once WSU gets a little too close, they just turn around, even though they're down their BAP, they know they could just get in there and just brawl it out, and they'll win the fight.
Yeah, they see a single person out of position, and they're Lucio just amping and just running right at that guy's head. And more often than not so far in this series, it's worked out in their favor.
Yep.
I don't know
if it should be
much
easier for WSU, though. Longer range here. They have a lot more space to work with. A lot more room for this Hanzo to shoot some arrows in.
The threat is going to be if, they're able to find Sigma. Bitten Flux here hits 4. They're going to dragon it as well. The beat comes out to stop it. And the Annihilation in as well. Trans to counteract that Annihilation. He falls. The man with an early pick. They're going to try and survive this Blizzard now. Blizzard comes out, but the Blizzard has a lot of them frozen. And the rest of them caught in his corner. Overclock from Jabba Dude. Thinks that maybe he can still turn it. He's staying alive, but he's not finding his kills, and it's not going to get enough.
That's a lot of ults from the Red Tails here, too.
Yeah, lots of ult from the Red Tails. Only, really, that fight, Dragon Charge is so fast. Pretty basically, you only used your Sigma ult and your Transcendence. And that Transcendence did a lot of work. Yeah, mirror windows. We have an overclock going to come out for WSU into it if they want. See if they're able to find anything. Very aggressive here from John Thanos.
They're still down a few players. Overclock comes out.
Overclock doesn't find anything. He's going to fall right away, actually. And they're just going to run him down. Looks like maybe a little bit disjointed for WSU Tech here in that fight.
Yeah, they had a lot of players coming back from spawn, and some of the red players kept staying on, trying to get a few aggro picks, but just doesn't work out in their favor.
Yeah, it looked like they might have wanted to kite back a little bit, give a little space, but the Sojourn Dredgen just, thought he had something that unfortunately wasn't there. Now we're looking at them pushing into a window with their own window and a dragon. The dragon can do some work here, really. Comes out early, getting a lot of damage. They get the lamp out. Yeah, they get the lamp out early. The window far back here on the corner, going to try and push them back, give a little space, but not going to get quite enough. Hanzo finds one, and the window comes out on the cart for HCC Red Tails.
This is where the brawl comp just sort of comes in and just speed boosts back in, and oh, it's a big kill on Lucio though, and another trans.
Yeah. Oh, he has the flux. He doesn't quite know where he's going to go, and he's going to miss that. Oh no, missing that flux could be a big loss here for WSU Tech. And Jabba Dude doing it again. He's cranking the overclock, and he's getting work done. He gets 2, and the annihilation comes through. It's looking bad for WSU Tech, and the wick burns out. Unfortunately, not able to. They had some moments, but not able to cap first there and get some extra time.
Yep, the Red Tails just playing really well, just sticking as a 5-man, staying to their comp goals, and just going in when they see opportunities.
Yeah, their initiative is really good. They see an advantage, and they are taking it without even thinking about it.
Yep, and it's up to WSU here to sort of stop giving them that opportunity to go in. Use that Hanzo and use the Sojourn, that long-range damage, to just sort of look for kills and poke them out without really committing to a fight.
Yeah. We'll see if they're able to do that. Let's see if they're going to run it back on that comp. I think they should, personally. I thought that comp looked a lot better.
Yes, and I definitely think it's a better defense comp here, because, on the Red Tails defense, they held their spawn twice, they held a lot of corners. You can't really, like on attack, on the defense gets a set, like, sort of the bar, I suppose. Like, you are the one setting where the fights start, where you hold. So if you can hold the high ground, and as long as you can disengage, like, you see the blue team coming, you need to back up, you need to take angles and spread out a little bit.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to sit up here and say, come get us. And when they start coming to get them, they're just going to run away and scatter like ants and hope that they can find something kind of in the wings, kind of on the edges.
See if this Hanzo pick works out here. Get some headshots.
Yeah, they're on this rush. They're probably...
Headshots, doesn't even one shot.
They are probably going to try and take this alley, and here they come. They scouted out early. It's pretty much the only way that they can try and approach this. The man playing pretty far up, but they do have the May. He could be in danger. The wall hasn't come through quite yet, but they get the lamp out, and they're able to break the lamp for WSU Tech. And the Zen falls, the Sigma falls. And again, just a very well-timed rush. Very clean rush. Completely ignoring the cart, just running them down. We can move the cart later.
Yeah, this is big for WSU, though. You get another fight, maybe 2 if you get in there quick. They're swapping to the brawl comp. It looks like the man sort of wants to play like a brawl comp anyway. He's sort of, getting into the Rams face and, wanting to take that fight and sort of, instead of taking those long-range spam battles.
Yeah, but no other swaps. I feel like he's just going for the survivability, maybe. Like, he just wants to be able to go Nemesis form, block out some damage, try and just be able to live a little longer. Whereas when he's playing Sigma into this, he's kind of just getting ran down. Once they get on top of him, he just falls over.
And it's a big swap. I like it a lot, actually, instead of the Sigma here. Sigma, I feel like you're kind of just the target instead of being able to help your team.
Yeah, here comes the rush, and the Nemesis form, we're seeing it immediately. He's battering them, making them, he forced them back a little bit. But Jabba Dude again with an opening pick. 2 more in favor of, 2 in favor of WSU Tech. Jabba Dude, is he going to be able to do this? They're going to window.
1v2.
It's a 1v2. He's got the Nemesis form. He's got 6 health, and he's got nothing. That is going to be a clean 3-0 for the HCC Red Tails.
The Red Tails just looked very good there. Their rush was just a perfectly timed. They see an opportunity, they take it. They know where to hold. They've been very good at just being a team.
Yeah, the engages were very good, and then when they needed them, like we just saw, Jabba Dude had some massive hero plays on that Sojourn with his overclocks.
Yeah, this is the difference I feel like between an experienced team and sort of a team that just looks for like solo plays and stuff. Like you can tell the Red Tails, all 5 of them are doing the same thing. They're all going on the same target. They're very coordinated. They're very it seems like they've been together for a while, or they practice a lot. And the other side, it sort of seems like they have mixed things they want to do. They want to try different things. They keep picking brawl maps, but then they tried the Sigma here, but they didn't really play it like a sniper comp. They didn't really play like that Sojourn angles and stuff. So it just sort of seemed like uncoordinated.
I agree. It felt like a very high level of trust from Hawkeye and each other, listening to their calls, getting those right.
Yep. Yeah. Just good olds, good timing, good everything. And, the other side seemed a little, it's also just taking the initiative. Like once you're going first, it's just so much harder for them to react to your game plan, and you get to just do what you want to do.
Yeah. Setting the tempo is so important. Even if you're playing, something like that, the brawl. Or not the brawl, but the poke. Setting the tempo, getting like an early pick, or even just forcing out some key abilities. Incredibly important. It looks like we are going to have an interview. It looks like Atlas, the tank from Hawkeye, is going to come in here. So we'll get him in just a second and speak with him. Hey, Atlas. Hey. How's it going? Congrats on the win.
Thanks, man.
So I believe, first off, I'm Dyer, this is Interstellar. I believe that was your first game of the year, right?
Second. We had to make up our first one yesterday.
Oh, wow. 2 games in 2 days.
Yes.
How you feeling about that? Yeah?
We played really well both games. We're peaking right now for sure.
Yeah, you guys played really well today. That rush was looking really clean.
Thank you.
I actually wanted to ask, who's making those calls on this team? When you're calling those rushes, is it you or is it your Lucio?
It's a combination of me and my Lucio, yeah. He's shouting at me whenever he sees Lamp go out, which we saw their BAP do quite a bit tonight. So, we would see Lamp go out, and then it's just our cue to run in.
Yeah, and you guys did it really well. I had one more question, and then I'll stop, taking all this space from Interstellar. The patch dropped yesterday. How do you feel about the changes so far? I know it's been, 2 days, and you've played 2 games in those days. How are you feeling?
At first I didn't like it very much. I thought everybody was going to be too tanky. It's kind of starting to grow on me. I like it in the competitive environment, but in ranked it doesn't feel very good. The game feels a lot slower, and I think in ranked that doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of emphasis on team play, which seemed like it helped you guys out a lot in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Interstellar, do you have any questions, man?
Do you guys how long have you guys been in a team together, or do you guys practice a lot? You guys look like super coordinated.
Yeah. So lately we've been practicing twice a week. But most of this team has been together for a year now. I guess this will be like 8 months. We had an old tank that wasn't me. I used to play DPS. They're gone. And so I took the tank role, and then we had Jabba fill in from, he's a Valorant player. So, that's why he was doming everybody all the time.
That makes sense.
He was looking really clean on Sojourn.
Yeah, he's an animal.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for doing this. You guys had a great game. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is going to do it from us here. HCC takes it 3-0 versus WSU Tech, looking very dominant throughout the whole thing. Interstellar, any final remarks?
You said it pretty good. They look really good. Dominant 3-0. Basically every map was 100% to 0 in the Hawks' favor. So looking very promising for them this season.
Yeah, looking like a good start to the year. Thank you guys from the NJCAAE, and have a good night. We'll catch you next time.